Hello, so this is Signalis. This is a really interesting indie horror game upcoming. It's something of a homage to classic survival horror, but then also it's its own thing. It feels like I don't know, I want to say it references like 2001 A Space Odyssey, but I don't think that's quite right. It's weird, like it's the thing that springs to mind, but then at the same time I don't think that's what they were trying to ape. But we'll get into it and I'll explain a bit more about what I'm thinking. This is the demo for it. I really like this. This is the main menu screen. I love that the eye moves as you move the controller along. So I'm curious if like the information that just popped up on screen is supposed to mean something, or it's just like random junk. I'm presuming it's maybe references to stuff, but I'm not sure. You know, like it's telling us something, but you'd have to like screenshot the game or freeze frame the video and analyze it from there to know what was happening. So yeah, the basics anyway. We played this character. We're actually an android. It's a two-man or two-person exploration ship, I think it is. It's a two-person ship anyway. I think exploration is the point. We're like the maintenance android, and there's a pilot as well. We don't know where the pilot's got to. You kind of learn this as you explore. And we've just woken up from deep sleep. Can we go down there now? You know, cold sleep, whatever you want to call it. And something's wrong with the ship. I love our outfit. Do we have feet? Kind of looks like we just got balls. Balls of steel. You know, like snubs. Stubs is probably accurate. Rather than like actual feet. But it could just be the graphical style. But yeah, I don't know, it just feels like it's like referencing a whole bunch of different things and maybe not directly referencing. Like it reminds me of 2001 A Space Odyssey because it has that sort of distant artistic feel to it, but then I don't think it's directly referencing it. And the android character just reminds me of, is it Paul from Alien Resurrection? We're going to Ryder's character. But again, I don't think it's a direct reference. I think it might just be me like seeing an android with short hair and then jump into the conclusion. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff it's referencing that I don't know about. But yeah, it plays a bit like classic survival horror. But then I don't know where stuff like this comes from. So we walk around. We have an inventory. That's not the inventory. We have a map. We have an inventory. When I find the button. We're exploring the ship. Oh dear. So I don't know what these things are. Like I originally guessed like maybe they're dead crew members, but then there's only supposed to be 2 of us on the ship. Yeah, so we're a replica. Or the replica. Oh. So yeah, some of the mechanics, it does feel a bit like Resident Evil. Like a top-down Resident Evil. Because the inventory mechanics, the map. Oh, let's do that right. The inventory mechanics and the map are very similar. And you also have files like you do in Resident Evil that you can pick up, I think. Yeah, there we go. And we apparently have a radio. Don't know what that does. Oh, okay, that's cool. I don't know what that does. Though, how is that our inventory slots, possibly? One of the screenshots the developer tweeted out, or a screenshot the developer tweeted out, showed what looked like a different costume and possibly armor. So maybe that screen is useful later on in that respect. Like maybe we get upgrades, body upgrades, and that's what that screen's for. I think this might be the gun. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's very much like Resident Evil, like in the way everything's being presented, but then it has its own sci-fi world. Because this looks like a Beretta, but it's a Type 75 pistol. So despite it saying that, I think in the demo at least, the ammo is pretty plentiful. I love this interaction, or this method of interaction. There's a few of these in the demo. They just look so nice. So there's the pilot, there's us. We're in the mess hall. No signal. So we've crash landed on a planet somewhere. And we need to use a spacesuit if we're going to go outside. There's not much you can do with these, but they look so good. I just love those I love the fact you have those first person moments. It reminds me a little of like the door opening sequence in RE and like RE2, where you have that one door opening sequence where the zombies come through the door and stop you exiting. It just feels like that moment felt like a really good way to make those interactions feel real, if you know what I mean. And likewise, these interactions, those first-person moments really make the game come alive. God, look at the shadow on the door. So we're going to equip the gun. Is that a Beretta? No, it's sort of like a mix between a Beretta and a Glock, isn't it, I think? Shall we inspect it? In classic Resident Evil style. Oh. Why did that hit me? Oh no, we're okay. So yeah, left trigger aims, shoot with, is it A? The bomb button anyway. I can't see, I'm sat in the dark. And then right trigger lets us run, which is pretty cool. I just love the design of this though. Like, I love the fact it apes like classic survival horror games in terms of like mechanics, but then the visuals feel like so original. Like it. I was just thinking, it reminds me a lot of the visual style. Reminds me a lot of Knights of Sidonia, the manga. Oh, okay. That might be a hint as to how to solve the engine puzzle that's upcoming. See, this is another one of the first-person sequences. It looks so cool. Like, I don't know what it is, but it just makes it makes the game feel so alive, you know? So that's our spacesuit. We need a key card to open it though, I think. Because all you're doing is just like clicking on stuff and the camera moves around. But the fact you have like these two viewpoints for the gameplay, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it really makes it feel as though you're in the game, you know? So yeah, we crash landed somewhere. So that's the pilot, I think. Don't think there's anything else we can do. Yeah, okay. So let us reload. So there's actually a puzzle solution on the back of here. We don't need it yet, but good lord, just let me turn it around. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I like the design of the characters and their gear. Reminds me a lot of Knights of Sidonia. And the sort of almost anime visual style of the characters. Oh. So I don't think I actually needed to kill them, but you know, while we're here. Because I don't think there's anything over here that we need. But it's interesting though, this is the med bay, I presume from the visuals. Check the map. Yeah, medical. So who are they and what are they doing here? And why is there blood on here? I do wonder if we get some sort of intro cutscene, like in the full game, or like we just appear here. You know, is this how it starts? Is there more before we get here? Or does it just dump us here and we don't know what's going on? So you're not missing much with that. It's just we have a reactor puzzle to solve. So I think we can probably look at that note we found earlier and solve it that way, but might as well try to brute force it. There we go. So that basically opens the door behind us. Oh, I forgot about this one. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So the ship sort of looks like it's been ransacked as well. That's kind of interesting. So do we think this is the pilot writing this? I presume so. Because would the android keep a diary, do we think? I mean, it's possible. We don't know what the androids are like in this world. Although they are called replicas, aren't they? So maybe they're clones rather than androids. I'm presuming from the designers we're an android, but don't know for sure. So either it's describing us acting a bit peculiar, or we saw the pilot acting weird. Sweet, sweet ammo. Oh, whoops. So these are two different types of repair items. I guess we must be android, mustn't we? If we're using repair equipment meant for machines. Yeah, I guess we'll take those. We're probably not going to need any, because I think we've killed everything in the map, or almost everything in the map. But we're in the demo. But I guess it doesn't hurt. We'll solve that in a second. Oh. Interesting. Just going to check on these guys. I don't remember that one getting back up on my first playthrough. Maybe that was just an attempt at a jump scare, possibly. Interesting. And these guys sort of remind me of the nurses from Silent Hill 2 for some reason. Maybe it's just the motions and the shape of the figure. So yeah, this must be the bunk area for the human crew member. But yeah, let's solve this. So we've got the solution already. Which is pretty cool. It's very old school Resident Evil, isn't it? Having to rotate an item to get a solution. So this is where the human crew member would have slept, or would have been in cryosleep. I wonder if we drop the photo now. There we go. See, we had tape for a reason. So we'll drop off the photo. I don't think we need that anymore. Did I reload? Nope. I do love the visuals with this, like the grainy effect. Oh, okay. Oh. Interesting. I wonder if that's timed then. No, it must be sequenced. Just seems too convenient otherwise. God, I love the visuals in this game. But yeah, I mean, without sounding too pretentious, it feels a lot like high art. Like it's telling a deeper message. Or trying to tell a deeper story than just, shoot, shoot, bang, bang. So there's not too much more to go, really. Don't know what this is. But yeah, I was just going to say, I feel like the enemies remind me of Silent Hill enemies. Like the taller creature reminds me of, is it a closer from Silent Hill 3? And the little ones remind me of nurses. But I don't know if that's just me. God, this looks so good. Interesting. It just feels like such a love letter to like classic survival horror, but then also it feels like its own thing, and like it feels like a nod to classic sci-fi as well. Like those high art sci-fi movies like 2001, where the director was trying to tell a bigger story and do something like transcendental, I guess, possibly. I could just be talking crap here. Jesus. So is that the pilot, do we think? God, that's brilliant. So yeah, that second image is actually the second landscape. I think that's actually based off a Giga piece, a landscape he did. I'd have to freeze frame it and look again or compare them to be sure. But yeah, that was Signalis, the demo anyway. This is just amazing, to be honest. I really, really love this. I really enjoy playing it. I just want to keep playing it over and over again. I can't wait to play the full game because it's just so intriguing. I really hope the rest of the game is as good as this is because it's just amazing.